Picture perfect, I paint a perfect picture. Bomb the hoochies with precision. My intentions to get with you with that and double OP. Dog, my fucking homie.
What the hell is going on, guys? You're probably wondering, why is Josh playing Tupac in the intro to a UFO video? Well, that's where my mind went as soon as I saw that UFO video, which is one of the two that we're going to be looking at today. And if your mind is as strange as mine, maybe yours went to the same place. I guess we'll find out. But that's what we're doing today. I don't usually look at UFO videos, but when they're peculiar and they're kind of showing things that we've seen before, or they just stand out, I do like to look at them. But I mean, there's just so many that they could be AI, they're inconclusive. And I'm beyond that in a way. Like, I'm convinced that this stuff is real, right? I don't need these little sort of vague videos to prove that to me anymore. But like I said, sometimes we get videos that I think are worth taking a little look at. So Suki's here. She's ready to go. She's locked in. And actually, I was thinking the other day, Suki and I kind of got the same vibe going on here. Investigating mysteries, uncovering the truth. I'm a little shaggy too. I'm definitely overdue for a haircut. But in reality, it's probably more like this. That is really, that's the Instagram versus reality of things here on this channel. Before we get into today's show, I do just have a quick little ceremony that we need to do because we're actually quite overdue for this. So please take your Bibles off your shelves, blow some dust off it, because it's been a while. It is coated in dust. And we are going to turn to page 5. Now, if you don't know what this is, basically, when you create a YouTube video that perhaps touches on a topic that might be considered fringe or a conspiracy theory, YouTube likes to add these notes underneath them. And I have been collecting them because I have the collecting autism. And I've actually missed a couple. We've got a few new additions. So first of all, please put your hands together as we add in Area 51. Area 51 is a highly classified United States Air Force facility within the Nevada Test and Testing Range in southern Nevada, 83 miles northwest of Las Vegas, a remote detachment administered by Edwards Air Force Base. The facility is officially called Homey Airport or Groom Lake. I think I'm reading that correctly. And for our next one, Dulce Base. Dulce Base is the subject of a conspiracy theory claiming that a jointly operated human and alien underground facility exists under Archuleta Mesa on the Colorado-New Mexico border near the town of Dulce, New Mexico in the United States. And how absurd. I mean, even though there's just an absolute multitude of strange stories and cases from that area about humans and aliens, it's definitely just a conspiracy theory, and you should get your information from Wikipedia, as the article suggests. So we can put that back on the shelf. Thank you for being here. My name is Josh. If you enjoy digging into all of those kind of conspiracy theories that you just saw there, please consider giving the video a like, subscribe, and let's dig into it.
Eventually people are going to say, what the hell is going on?
No matter how far you go into the dark, when you flip, you go exactly the same place to the light in our galaxy. Everything. Because everything is in balance. Everything is a polarity.
I think it's just going to get weirder and weirder and weirder, and finally it's going to be so weird that people are going to have to talk about how weird it is.
All right, so let's kick things off with the Brisbane UFO sighting. So this actually happened in a place called Greenslopes in Brisbane, which funnily enough, I literally used to live there. Well, just next to it in a place called Holland Park. But I know the area very well. So I found this one interesting for a few different reasons. And just full disclosure, while we're here watching it, this is actually like a vertical 9x16 video, okay? I came across this from the UAP files, so shout out to them. The reason why I'm showing it like this is because most of the action is kind of contained to one part of the screen, and we don't really need to see the rest. And this is a little bit more close up, but I just wanted to show you guys the full video. So what I might do is we'll make this one loop. There's no sound with it. The reason why I found this one interesting, for a couple of reasons. The main one is the fact that it seems to be skipping. Like it's appearing in one spot and then it's appearing instantly further away. Now, could that be a case of like the light maybe turning off and on? But I don't think so. I mean, there's even a few frames where this thing looks like it's almost in two places at once. Now, again, that might not necessarily mean that that's the case, because you got to consider, like, you know, the artifacts that come with a camera, right? Different shutter speeds. Sometimes you get artifacts, sometimes things, even the shape, right? The shape is a big one. I mean, if we go here, it kind of appears like a saucer shape. I mean, look at that. I mean, that looks like a saucer, and maybe it is. I don't know. But what's worth remembering is that if you have a circular or a spherical object traveling at some kind of crazy speed, again, the camera shutter is only so fast. And that's why, like, when you take a photo with your iPhones and if you're not steady, you get a blurry photo. Well, I think that's potentially what we could be seeing here. I'm not saying we should write it off, but let's just remember that something going so quick is going to look stretched out. So what we may be seeing here could be a sphere going so quickly that it's just getting blurred across the camera lens. But I found it interesting because it did remind me of this one here, which I looked at on the channel, because it's kind of doing the same thing. This was in Perth, so it's still in Australia. And I found this one so interesting because when the light goes out, the little wake trail that it's leaving behind it kind of seems to like pop out and disappear as well. I don't know. This one was interesting. A lot of people got in the comments saying it's a drone, and I even did a drone analysis on this video comparing it. They didn't look the same to me, but obviously there's a lot of different drones out there that it could be. But this one was fascinating, and it's really what made me take a second glance at this one here. And when I was looking at this, I actually noticed something that I don't know if, again, this is like an artifact or it got missed. But if we look, so just before that scene changes, now you guys can't see my mouse, which makes it a little bit annoying. But if we look at about my eye level on this video, just inside the frame, look for as the transition goes to happen. So after you see the UFO fly past, look like just about here, because you kind of see something else happen. Let me go from the start. And like now. So just before that change, did you guys see that? Let me try it one more time. So you can see there, right there. See that little star? Like the highest one that you can see that's appeared. That just appeared there and it's moving. So watch it now. You see it move as the transition happens. And I think, I don't know, did these guys not pick this up? Because, I mean, the transition happened as you see it moving. So maybe like it's not really highlighted. I'll show you guys one more time. So just keep a keen eye here. What is that? Does it again. I mean, I could understand if it got missed because obviously most people's eyes are on the UFO that's moving. But I just noticed that as well. And we hear that, right? Like often when you see these pictures of like these old film photographs of UFOs, there's like these like silver metallic balls that are like around the craft as well. So, I mean, you know, I'm not saying that's what it is, but we have seen similar things before. So I found that interesting. And just for a bit of fun, I thought I'd play them next to each other. So the one on the right is from Perth, which we covered a couple of months ago. And the one on the left is from Green Slopes in Brisbane, which is in Queensland, Australia, for those of you playing at home outside of the land down under. But pretty interesting, right? Let's move on to the next one, the one that got me bumping a little bit of Tupac. So this video was taken literally on the other side of the world, but on the same day. So the one that you just saw from Brisbane, this all came out like yesterday, and the same with this video here. But this one, in my opinion, is like far more interesting.
Is it a cross? Heck no, it's not a cross. What is that?
Got it. Hey, guys, what does it look like? Recording, guys?
Like a...
Let me see it.
Like, what is that? Because like we've seen these videos before that they look like there is like a person with like a jetpack on or something like that. Like this isn't the first time we've seen videos like this. And these ones do always seem to occur in America. I've never seen something like this come out of Australia or anywhere else, for that matter, that I can think of.
It looks like Iron Man.
Looks like Iron Man.
What the heck? Jonathan, what in the world?
Probably the super. What is that? Maldakians. Might be the super people, Maldakians. Yeah.
I don't know nothing about no Maldakians.
Walk straight up and down.
Might be them.
That way.
Oh yeah. You'll know when you guys see them.
Pretty wild, right? I mean, it's such an odd shape that actually seems to kind of transform and move as we're staring at it. It's got this weird kind of like aura glow around it, like, you know, if it was a human or a person or something like that, whatever it is, it seems to be like encased in this energy field or something like that. Suki, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think of this? That's a probably nothing. Okay, Suki says it's probably nothing. I don't know. I'm not as convinced. It's definitely not anything like one of the 9 Skywatcher identified UFO shapes. And I mean, I'll say how I'm actually feeling about that. It's nearly August, and we've had 2 episodes of Skywatcher since they started doing their thing. So, and you know, that kind of came out at the start of the year. Jake Barber came out in the middle of January and said that he's going to be doing this thing called Skywatcher, and they're going to be getting answers. And it's now nearly August, and we've had 2 episodes barely learning anything, really. I think the most interesting things from those episodes have been like, you know, the little bits of like drama that kind of came out of it, like the helicopter getting stuck or the jellyfish UAP kind of like encroaching on them. You know, it's like, ooh, spooky drama. But we haven't actually learned anything. Like, we don't know anything more. I mean, you could argue that, you know, they've classed 9 different UAPs. It's not really like proof. It's just like you've come up with this taxonomy system for UFOs that all really look the same. Like, kind of. They all look very similar. They're all super vague. They're very indistinct. Like, we don't know anything more. Skywatcher also haven't let any, like, News Nation, Ross Coulthard, they haven't let any journalists in to do independent reporting on what the hell is actually going on out on this ranch where they're using psionics to apparently summon in these craft. And, you know, like, what is that? Because when we learned about Skywatcher, like Jake Barber told us, you know, before he was one of the good guys, they were using psionics to lure in craft, shoot them down, and, like, take them, right? With, like, EMP weapons. So what is Skywatcher doing that's different? You're still trying to lure in craft, but if you're not going to bring them down, like, how are you trying to prove anything? I don't know what your actual end goal is. I don't know. Get in the comments if I've missed something there on Skywatcher or what their goal is, because I want to know. But this is interesting. I don't know what this is. I definitely think the video footage is authentic, but I would love to hear your guesses, like what this is. Like, is this like a person? Is this like an angel? Like, is this just a hologram? Is this a practice run for Bluebeam? Get in the comments, let me know. But the reason why it got me thinking about Tupac is because it reminded me of when they played the Tupac hologram at Coachella.
I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting pussy.
Next to getting present is what he was saying. Christmas presents. I mean, we all love Christmas, and we all love presents too. I'm pretty sure that's what he was getting at with those lyrics there. But when I watched that video back, it definitely wasn't as hologrammy as I remembered it. Actually, it looks kind of real, to be honest. But that person, whatever it is, that human-looking shape up in the sky, for me, the most prosaic explanation that it looks like to me is a hologram. Do I actually think it's a hologram, though? No. Do I know what it is? Absolutely not. But that's it for today, guys. Just a short video. I thought it'd be fun to look at some UFO footage. Like I said, we don't do it often. It's been a little while, and we had a few ceremonies and a few little things in order that we had to get through. But thank you for being here. I appreciate all your support. Hope you guys have been enjoying the live streams recently, because I certainly have. They're a lot of fun. I might be uploading some shorter clips from those soon as well on the channel, so keep an eye out for that. But thank you for being here. Be good, be kind, get outside every day, touch some grass, look after your mind, and I'll see you guys next time.
Eventually people are going to say, what the hell is going on?
No matter how far you go into the dark, when you flip, you go exactly the same place to the light in our galaxy. Everything. Because everything is in balance. Everything is a polarity.
I think it's just going to get weirder and weirder and weirder, and finally it's going to be so weird that people are going to have to talk about how weird it is.